Explore with Skyline. What is the single greatest family vacation in the entire world? We're not just talking about a nice beach. We're talking about mind-blowing, life-changing experiences that you and your family will remember forever. This isn't just a list, this is a competition. We are going to find the undisputed champion of family fun, and I'm taking all of you along for the ride. Get ready, because this is the ultimate family vacation showdown. We've got theme parks that are literally made of giant Legos, entire cities run by kids, and castles that look like they're straight out of a fairy tale. We're going to be swimming with sharks, going on an actual African safari, and exploring ancient temples. And now we're going to reveal the secrets to the perfect family adventure. So buckle up, you are not going to want to miss a single second of this. Before we jump in, I want you to do something for me. Go down to the comments right now and tell me your dream family vacation. Is it a crazy theme park? An adventure in the jungle? Exploring a new country? Whatever it is, I want to hear it, because maybe, just maybe, for a future video, we'll make some of those dreams come true for a few of you lucky subscribers. Don't just watch this video, be a part of it. This is your guide, your adventure, and your chance to plan something truly legendary. Let's see what you guys come up with. And I mean it. We're going to be judging these places on everything. The fun factor, the food, the cost, and how much your parents will love it versus how much the kids will love it. This is a scientific, completely unbiased investigation into pure, unfiltered fun. We're going to give you all the information you need, the secret tips, the hidden tricks, everything to make your next trip the best one ever. So if you're ready to see the most incredible family destinations on Earth battle it out for the top spot, hit that subscribe button because we are starting this crazy adventure right now. Let's go! We flew to Malaysia to visit Legoland. Everything is made of Legos like famous landmarks. It's like stepping into a giant Lego set. Legoland is a full-blown theme park with unique rides. The entire park is interactive, inviting you to build and explore. We give it a 9 out of 10 for variety. 1 minute you're on a VR coaster, the next you're cooling off in the water park. Legoland is perfect for kids aged 4 to 12. Lego is about engineering, problem solving, and creativity. It's not just consuming entertainment, it's about creating it. Our next stop is in one of the most futuristic cities in the world, Dubai. But we're not here for the giant skyscrapers. We're here for a city that's even more exclusive. A city where adults aren't allowed to work. A city run entirely by kids. KidZania! This place is absolutely mind-blowing. Imagine a complete scaled-down city built inside a massive building, with paved streets, buildings, vehicles, and its own economy. And in this city, kids get to be the adults. They can choose from over 100 different jobs, from being a pilot in a real airplane cockpit to performing surgery in a hospital. The level of detail here is just insane. This isn't just a bunch of pretend play areas. These are fully sponsored, incredibly realistic establishments. The Emirates airline counter has real check-in desks and leads to a flight simulator. The pizza shop is a real Pizza Hut where kids make their own pizzas. The bank is a real bank where they can open an account and get a debit card. Kids earn money, called KidZos, for every job they do, and then they can spend that money on things like getting their hair styled, buying candy, or even going to university to get a degree so they can earn more KidZos. It's a genius concept. We unleashed Nolan on the city with a camera and a wallet full of KidZos to see what he would do. First, he became a firefighter. A fake fire broke out in a hotel, and he got to ride in a tiny fire truck with sirens blaring, then use a real water hose to put out the flames. The look of pure concentration and excitement on his face was incredible. Then, he decided he wanted to be a podcaster and went to the radio station, where he got to record his own show that was broadcast throughout the entire city of KidZania. He was living his best life. This place is more than just a theme park. It's a powerful, immersive experience that gives kids a taste of independence and responsibility in the safest possible environment. They have to manage their time, make decisions about which job to do next, and learn the value of earning their own money. They clock in, clock out, and get a paycheck just like in the real world. It's an incredibly clever way to introduce complex ideas in a way that feels like a giant citywide game. KidZania isn't just fun, it's genuinely empowering for kids. When it comes to the fun factor, KidZania is a different beast entirely. We're giving it an 8 out of 10, but it's a very specific kind of fun. It's the fun of role-playing, of empowerment, and of getting to be a grown-up for a day. The joy here doesn't come from a roller coaster's drop. It comes from successfully delivering a package as a courier, or from seeing the loaf of bread you baked yourself come out of the oven. It's a deeply satisfying and rewarding experience for kids who are so often told what to do and where to go. Here, they are in charge. The sheer number of options is what makes it so replayable and fun. Does your kid want to be a dentist? There's a dental clinic, a secret agent, there's a spy agency, a car designer, there's a design studio, they can be a news reporter for the city's TV station, a crime scene investigator, a chocolatier at the Cadbury chocolate factory, or even a window washer on a tiny little rig. Each activity is about 15 to 25 minutes long, so they can try out a ton of different professions in a single visit, constantly discovering new things they might be interested in. Now let's compare this fun to Legoland Malaysia. As we said, the fun at Legoland is about high-energy thrills and creative freeform play. It's loud, it's fast, and it's very physical. The fun at KidZania is quieter, more cerebral, and more structured. It's about following instructions, completing tasks, and achieving goals. For a kid who loves imaginative play and pretending, KidZania is absolute heaven. For a kid who just wants to run around and ride things, Legoland might be a better fit. It really depends on your child's personality. One of the coolest parts is seeing the kids take their jobs so seriously. They walk around with a sense of purpose, checking their city map, and planning their next career move. The fun is in the immersion. Adults are barely allowed to interact. You watch from behind glass barriers, which is actually part of the magic. It forces the kids to be independent and solve problems on their own. The fun is in the pride they feel when they earn their first paycheck and walk over to the department store to decide what to spend it on. It's a unique and brilliant formula for fun. When it comes to education, KidZania is an absolute champion. It gets a perfect 10 out of 10 from us, without a doubt. There is no other destination on this list that teaches real-world skills in such a direct, effective, and ridiculously fun way. The primary lesson is financial literacy. Kids learn that work equals money, and money can be spent or saved. They learn that some jobs pay more than others, and that getting a university degree can lead to higher-paying professions within the city. These are fundamental economic concepts taught through practical application, not a boring textbook. Beyond money, every single activity is a lesson in itself. In the hospital, they learn about basic anatomy and hygiene. At the fire station, they learn about fire safety. At the supermarket, they learn how to be a cashier or stock shelves. It gives them a newfound respect and understanding for all the jobs that make a community function. It's one thing to tell a kid what a pilot does. It's another thing entirely for them to sit in a cockpit, flip switches, and simulate landing a plane. That's a lesson that sticks with you forever. Comparing the education here to Legoland's is like comparing apples and oranges, but for the sake of this challenge, we have to. Legoland's education is about STEM, creativity, and abstract problem solving, all incredibly important skills. KidZania's education is about life skills, career exposure, and social structure. It's more practical and societal. If you want to raise a future engineer or artist, Legoland is an amazing foundation. If you want to raise a future citizen who understands how the world works, KidZania is unparalleled. It's simply in a class of its own for teaching real-world concepts. For age suitability, as we mentioned, KidZania is ideal for that 6 to 14 age range. Kids need to be old enough to read and follow instructions independently to get the most out of it. Younger kids can have fun in the toddler-specific area, but the core experience is for elementary and middle schoolers. For adults, your role is purely as a spectator, which is a downside compared to Legoland, where you can ride everything. But watching your kid navigate this complex world with confidence and independence is a unique and incredibly rewarding experience that you really can't put a price on. All right, for our next location, we are flying all the way to Europe for what might be the most magical place on Earth. I'm talking about Disneyland Paris. Forget everything you know about theme parks because this is on a whole other level. The second you walk through those gates, boom, you're hit with this insane wave of nostalgia and pure joy. It's like stepping directly into every Disney movie you've ever loved. I'm telling you, even the most serious dads can't help but crack a smile when they see that giant pink castle. It's physically impossible not to be happy here. I'm pretty sure it's like a scientific fact. We spent an insane amount of money to bring our entire crew here just to show you how absolutely epic this place is for a family. We're talking about a place where fairy tales literally come to life right in front of your eyes. You can meet Mickey Mouse, you can high-five Buzz Lightyear, You can even get a selfie with Darth Vader. Where else on the planet can you do that? The attention to detail is just mind-blowing. Every single building, every lamppost, every single churro stand is perfectly designed to transport you to another world. It's a full-on sensory overload in the best way possible. The energy here is just unreal. It's not just about the rides, it's about the entire atmosphere. You have parades with gigantic, incredible floats that look like they cost millions of dollars to build, because they probably did. You have characters roaming around, creating these spontaneous magical moments for kids that they will literally remember for the rest of their lives. We saw a little girl meeting Cinderella, and her face just lit up like she'd won $1 million. That's the kind of core memory you're creating here. It's an investment in pure, unfiltered happiness for your family. And let's be real, this isn't just for the little kids. I saw more adults freaking out over seeing Goofy than I saw children. This place taps into that inner child that's inside every single one of us. Whether you're 7 or you're 70, seeing Sleeping Beauty's castle sparkle at night is a moment you will never, ever forget. It's a shared experience that brings the entire family together, from the youngest toddler to the coolest teenager to the parents who thought they were too old for this. Spoiler alert, you are never too old for this level of awesome. Okay, let's talk about the rides. Because Disneyland Paris has some of the most legendary attractions in the entire world. For the little ones, you have Fantasyland, which is like a dream come true. You can fly with Peter Pan over London, you can get lost in Alice's Curious Labyrinth, and you can ride It's a Small World, which is an absolute classic. We challenged our team to ride it 10 times in a row, and let me tell you, that song will be stuck in your head for the next decade. But it's so iconic and charming, you can't even be mad about it. But maybe your family is full of adrenaline junkies. Don't worry, we got you. You need to head straight over to Discoveryland and ride Space Mountain. It's not just a roller coaster, it's a full-on interstellar journey that launches you through a galaxy of stars and meteors. It is intense. Or, for a different kind of thrill, you have the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror over in Walt Disney Studios Park next door. That elevator drop is no joke. It will make your stomach leap into your throat and you'll be laughing and screaming the entire way down. And you cannot miss Pirates of the Caribbean. This isn't just a ride, it's a massive, immersive adventure. You get in a boat and float through these huge, detailed scenes with pirate animatronics that look unbelievably real. There are cannonballs flying over your head, treasure caves, and that iconic Yo-Ho song playing. It's one of the greatest theme park rides ever created, period. It's a full-on blockbuster movie that you get to ride through, and it's perfect for the entire family. It has that perfect mix of excitement and incredible storytelling that Disney is famous for. The best part is the variety. In one afternoon, you can go from battling the evil Emperor Zurg in Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, to exploring a haunted mansion full of ghosts, to shrinking down to the size of a rat in Ratatouille, The Adventure. There is literally no time to be bored. Every corner you turn, there's another world to explore, another adventure to be had. This park is engineered for non-stop fun, ensuring that every single member of your family, no matter their age or thrill level, finds something that makes them say, "Wow, that was the coolest thing ever." But listen, a trip to Disneyland Paris is so much more than just going on rides. If you don't stay for the shows and parades, you are missing out on half the magic. I'm talking about Broadway-level productions that happen multiple times a day. We watched the Lion King Rhythms of the Pride Lands show, and it was absolutely insane. The costumes, the singers, the acrobats. It was like watching a West End show, but with Timon and Pumbaa. The talent is off the charts, and it's an incredible way to sit down and be completely blown away for 30 minutes. And then there's the main event, the Disney Stars on Parade. This is not some small-town parade with a few people waving from a truck. This is a full-scale, multi-million-dollar spectacle. We're talking about fire-breathing dragons, gigantic pirate ships, and every princess you can imagine on the most elaborate floats you've ever seen. The music is blasting, the energy is electric, and everyone, I mean everyone, is dancing and waving. It's a massive rolling party that takes over the entire park, and it's an absolute must-see. You feel the ground shake when Maleficent's dragon float comes by. The daytime is amazing, but when the sun goes down, Disneyland Paris transforms into something even more magical. The grand finale of your day has to be the Disney Illuminations Nighttime Spectacular. This is where they project scenes from all your favorite Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel movies directly onto the castle itself. synchronized with lasers, water fountains, and a mind-blowing fireworks display that lights up the entire sky. It's so epic and emotional, you'll see people all around you literally crying with joy. This is the moment that makes the entire trip worth it. Honestly, a day here is a complete emotional journey. You'll feel excitement on the rides, wonder at the parades, and pure awe during the fireworks. It's a place designed to overload your senses with happiness. You leave feeling completely exhausted, but also completely fulfilled, with a camera roll full of unforgettable moments and inside jokes that your family will talk about for years. It's not just a vacation, it's a core memory upgrade. For pure, concentrated family magic, Disneyland Paris is almost impossible to beat. It's a 10 out of 10, no question. Next up, we flew 14 hours across the globe to an island of pure, unadulterated fun. Welcome to Universal Studios Singapore. If Disneyland is where fairy tales come to life, this is where you get to live inside the biggest blockbuster movies on the planet. The second you walk in, you're not in Singapore anymore. You're on Hollywood Boulevard, or you're in ancient Egypt, or you're in a futuristic city from another dimension. The level of immersion here is absolutely insane. I'm telling you, this place is engineered for maximum excitement. We gave our team a challenge: find a single boring spot in this entire park. Spoiler alert, they failed miserably, because it doesn't exist. Every single zone is a completely different world. One minute you're dodging dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, and the next you're hanging out with the Minions. It's a paradise for anyone who loves movies, action, and high-energy thrills. This isn't a gentle, magical experience. This is a full-throttle, adrenaline-pumping adventure that will have your whole family screaming with excitement from the moment you arrive until the moment you leave. And the main reason you come here? The rides. Universal Studios Singapore has some of the most intense and technologically advanced rides I have ever been on in my entire life. We're talking about rides that don't just move you. They tell a story and put you right in the middle of the action. You're not just watching a movie, you're a part of it. The combination of incredible set design, 3D and 4D effects, and heart-pounding motion is just on another level. This is the perfect park for families with teenagers and thrill seekers who want non-stop action. The park is brilliantly designed. It's a giant loop so you can't get lost, and each themed zone flows perfectly into the next. You can start your day in Hollywood, move on to New York to see the Sesame Street characters, then blast off to Sci-Fi City, and finish by exploring the Lost World. It's a whirlwind tour of the greatest hits of cinema. The energy is infectious. Everywhere you look, people are laughing, screaming on roller coasters, and taking selfies with their favorite characters. It's a high-octane environment that's guaranteed to get your heart racing. Let's get straight to the point. You come to Universal Studios for the thrills, and Singapore delivers in a huge way. The crown jewel of this park is, without a doubt, Battlestar Galactica, Human vs. Skyline. This isn't just one roller coaster. It's two insane roller coasters dueling each other. We rode both sides, and they are completely different experiences. The human side is a traditional high-speed coaster with insane G-forces. The Skyline side is an inverted coaster where your feet are dangling, and it throws you into multiple loops and corkscrews. It is absolutely terrifying and amazing at the same time. But the ride that blew my mind the most was Transformers, the ride 3D. I am not exaggerating when I say this is one of the most incredible theme park attractions ever made. You get into a vehicle, put on 3D glasses, and are immediately thrown into an insane battle between the Autobots and Decepticons. The combination of the moving vehicle, the hyper-realistic 3D projections, and the physical effects like heat and wind makes you feel like you are actually there. You will duck, you will swerve, you will scream. It is sensory overload in the most epic way possible. And you can't talk about Universal without talking about dinosaurs. The Jurassic Park Rapids adventure is an absolute must-do for the whole family. You get on a river raft for what starts as a scenic tour of Jurassic Park, but then, of course, everything goes horribly wrong. The alarms start blaring, you see raptors escaping, and you end up face-to-face with a massive T-Rex before plunging down a waterfall. You will get wet, you will scream, and you will love every single second of it. It's the perfect family thrill ride. For those who want a different kind of scare, you have to check out Revenge of the Mummy. This ride is part roller coaster, part haunted house, and it is completely in the dark. It launches you at high speeds forwards and backwards, all while you're being chased by warrior mummies and swarms of scarab beetles. The fire effects are so intense you can literally feel the heat on your face. It is pure, high-speed, terrifying fun. This park is an adrenaline junkie's dream, with every ride trying to top the last one in terms of sheer excitement and spectacle. Okay, so we've established that this park has some of the most insane thrill rides on the planet. But what if you have younger kids or family members who aren't into being thrown upside down at 90 kilometers per hour? Don't worry, Universal Studios has you covered. The Far, Far Away Zone is literally the entire world of Shrek brought to life. You can explore Shrek's swamp, see Donkey live on stage, and ride the Puss in Boots Giant Journey coaster, which is a super fun, family-friendly ride that even the little ones will adore. And there are so many incredible shows and street performances. We stumbled upon the Waterworld show, and it was one of the most insane live shows I've ever seen. It's a full-on action movie playing out in front of you with jet skis, massive explosions, a real seaplane crashing into the water, and incredible stunts. It's a jaw-dropping spectacle that you have to see to believe. It's the perfect way to take a break from the rides and still get a massive dose of Hollywood-style action. The scale of this show is just mind-boggling. Plus, the character meet and greets here are top tier. You can get photos with Bumblebee from Transformers, who is a massive, walking, talking robot. You can hang out with the Minions, who are always causing trouble. You can even meet Woody Woodpecker. These aren't just people in costumes. They are performers who bring these characters to life and create really fun, interactive moments for the whole family. It adds another layer of movie magic to the entire day, making you feel like you've truly stepped through the screen. Ultimately, Universal Studios Singapore is the perfect choice for a family that loves movies, action, and high-energy fun. It strikes an amazing balance between world-class, terrifying thrill rides and charming, immersive experiences for younger kids. It's a more intense, more action-packed alternative to a Disney park, making it ideal for families with older kids and teenagers. You'll leave feeling like you just starred in your own summer blockbuster. It's a non-stop adventure from beginning to end, and an absolutely epic day out. Alright, for our final theme park, we are going somewhere completely different. We flew to the Netherlands to visit a park that is older than Disneyland and feels like it was pulled straight out of a 1,000-year-old storybook. Welcome to Efteling. Forget everything you know about modern theme parks, because this place is on a whole other level of charm and magic. This isn't about blockbuster movies or famous characters. This is about deep, classic fairy tales, myths, and legends brought to life in the middle of a stunning forest. The moment you walk into Efteling, the vibe is just different. It's calm, it's beautiful, and it feels genuinely magical. The park is integrated into a massive forest, so you're walking along these beautiful paths surrounded by ancient trees, discovering attractions hidden among the woods. It's not about rushing from one ride to the next. It's about exploring and getting lost in the atmosphere. We challenged our team to find a single piece of exposed steel or concrete, and it was almost impossible. Everything is designed to look like it grew there naturally. The heart and soul of this park is the fairy tale forest, or Sprookjesbos. This is the original part of Efteling, and it is pure genius. You wander through the woods and stumble upon these incredibly detailed scenes from classic fairy tales. You'll see the Seven Dwarfs' cottage, you can listen to the Emperor's new clothes, and you can even see Rapunzel let down her hair from a tall tower. It's not a ride. It's an interactive storybook that you walk through, and it is absolutely captivating for both kids and adults. The craftsmanship is just unbelievable. What makes Efteling so special is its authenticity. It doesn't feel corporate or mass-produced. It feels like it was built by artists and storytellers who had a genuine love for these old tales. The music, the architecture, the landscaping, it all works together to create a world that feels timeless and real. This is the perfect park for families who want to slow down, use their imagination, and experience a type of magic that is deeper and more enchanting than what you'll find anywhere else. It's a truly unique, must-visit destination. Don't let the calm, fairy tale atmosphere fool you. Efteling has some of the most creative, unique, and genuinely thrilling rides in the entire world. They don't just build roller coasters here, they build massive story-driven adventures. Take, for example, Baron 1898. This is a dive coaster with an insane backstory about a greedy mine baron. The queue line takes you through his mansion and into the mines, where you're then hoisted up a massive lift hill and plunged straight down into a mine shaft. It is terrifying, it is beautiful, and it is pure genius. Then you have what might be one of the greatest dark rides ever created, Symbolica. This isn't a ride you just sit on, it's an interactive journey through a magical castle. You get to choose one of 3 different routes, and your vehicle glides through these enormous, jaw-droppingly beautiful rooms where magical things happen all around you. There's a room where the walls are made of giant aquariums, and another where you have a feast with animatronic figures. It's a trackless ride system, so the movement feels fluid and unpredictable. It is pure, mind-blowing magic. For the wooden roller coaster fans, Efteling has one of the best in the business, Joris on de Draak, or George and the Dragon. It's a dueling wooden coaster where 2 trains, water and fire, race each other through a winding, thrilling course to see who can slay the giant, fire-breathing animatronic dragon in the middle. The sense of competition as you race the other train makes it so much more exciting. It's fast, it's chaotic in the best way, and it's an absolute blast for the whole family. And we have to talk about De Vliegende Hollander, or the Flying Dutchman. This ride is an absolute masterpiece of theme park design. It starts as a walkthrough of a cursed captain's house, then becomes a dark boat ride through a stormy sea with ghost ships, and then your boat literally goes up a lift hill and becomes a roller coaster, splashing down into a lake. It's 3 different ride types combined into one seamless, epic adventure. The creativity at Efteling is off the charts. They don't follow trends. They create unforgettable experiences you can't find anywhere else. One of the most incredible things about Efteling is that it's a park for the entire year. It's not just a summer destination. We actually visited during the winter Efteling event, and it was one of the most magical things I have ever seen. The entire park is covered in snow and thousands of twinkling lights. They have bonfires where you can roast marshmallows, ice skating rinks, and special winter-themed food and entertainment. The fairy tales in the forest look even more enchanting covered in a dusting of snow. Forget theme parks. The Smithsonian museums in Washington, D.C. offer 19 museums, a zoo, and research centers, all for free. Touch a moon rock at the Air and Space Museum. Walk to the Natural History Museum. See a T-Rex skeleton. The National Museum of American History has the Star-Spangled Banner. And the Batmobile. Kids can invent and problem-solve at the Spark Lab. Don't forget the National Zoo. See the giant pandas. D.C. is a living classroom. The Smithsonian is one of the best family vacations on the planet. Okay, forget everything you thought you knew about museums. Forget quiet halls and do not touch signs. Now, imagine a place where you are not only allowed to touch everything, but you're actually supposed to push, pull, build, and break stuff to figure out how it works. Welcome to the Exploratorium in San Francisco, the most hands-on, chaotic, and mind-bending science museum on Earth. This place is less of a museum and more of a giant laboratory where you are the scientist. I'm telling you, if I set up a challenge here, it would be pure, unfiltered chaos, and it would be amazing. This is where learning science feels like playing the world's best video game. The Exploratorium is divided into 6 main galleries, each focused on a different area of science, and it's all set in this massive open-plan building on a pier overlooking the San Francisco Bay. The setting alone is epic. You can be messing with a light-bending exhibit and look out the window to see Alcatraz and the Golden Gate Bridge. One of the craziest exhibits is the giant mirror. It's this huge curved piece of polished metal that flips your reflection upside down. Walking towards it is one of the most disorienting and hilarious things you'll ever do. It messes with your brain in the best way possible. Then there's the tactile dome. This is a next-level experience you have to book in advance. They literally make you crawl, slide, and climb through a pitch-black maze using only your sense of touch. It's a sensory adventure that is both terrifying and incredibly cool. It's like a real-life trust fall with physics. I can just imagine the screams and laughter. It forces you to rely on senses you normally ignore, and it completely rewires your perception of the world around you. It's an experience you will never, ever forget, and it's something you just can't get anywhere else. And it's not just for kids. The adults have just as much, if not more, fun. There are exhibits that explore complex social phenomena, like a game theory setup where you have to cooperate or compete with a stranger for points. There are machines that let you see the sound waves your own voice creates. You can build your own miniature roller coasters to understand gravity and momentum. Every single corner of this place is designed to spark curiosity and make you ask, wait, how does that work? It's the ultimate playground for anyone with a curious mind, no matter their age. Let's talk about the sheer variety of exhibits here. There are over 650 of them, and they're all interactive. In the tinkering section, they give you real tools and materials like wood, wires, and motors, and just let you build whatever you want. It's a makerspace on steroids. You can see little kids and grown-up engineers sitting side by side, totally absorbed in creating some new contraption. It's all about experimentation and the joy of making something with your own hands. This is how you inspire the next generation of inventors. You don't just tell them about science, you let them do science. One of the most popular areas is the section on human perception. They have rooms that use optical illusions to make it look like people are shrinking or growing as they walk across. There's a station where you can try to write your name while looking at your hand in a mirror, which is hilariously difficult and shows you how much your brain relies on direct visual feedback. These exhibits aren't just cool tricks. They're brilliant demonstrations of how our brains interpret and sometimes misinterpret reality. It's like getting a backstage tour of your own mind. The outdoor gallery is also incredible. Because the museum is right on the water, they use the surrounding environment for exhibits. There's a giant musical instrument that's played by the wind and the waves. There's a camera obscura that projects a live moving image of the bay and the city skyline onto a parabolic screen. You can literally walk into this dark room and see the world outside painted with light. It's a beautiful and mesmerizing way to connect art, nature, and science. It's proof that science isn't just about labs and beakers, it's everywhere around us. And for the older crowd, they have after-dark events. On Thursday nights, they open the museum just for adults. 18 and up, add some music, and serve cocktails. It's basically the coolest date night or hangout spot in the entire city. It has a totally different vibe, more relaxed, more social, and you can explore all the exhibits without having to navigate around crowds of kids. It shows that the Exploratorium gets at curiosity and the desire to play don't stop when you grow up. It's a brilliant idea that more museums should copy. A trip to the Exploratorium isn't just about the museum itself, it's about its insane location in San Francisco. You're right on the Embarcadero, the city's vibrant waterfront. After you've spent hours rewiring your brain with science, you can walk outside and be greeted with some of the most iconic views in the world. You can literally see sea lions barking on Pier 39 from the museum's outdoor spaces. The whole area is buzzing with energy, street performers, and amazing food. It's the perfect base for a family adventure in one of the world's most exciting cities. You can easily combine a visit here with other classic San Francisco activities. Hop on a historic cable car and ride it over the city's insane hills. Take a ferry over to Alcatraz Island and tour the infamous former prison. It's spooky and fascinating. Or you could rent bikes and ride across the Golden Gate Bridge. Imagine that for a video. Racing my subscribers across the Golden Gate Bridge for $50,000. The possibilities for an epic trip are endless. The Exploratorium is the perfect anchor for a vacation packed with unforgettable experiences. The food scene around the museum is also top tier. Just a short walk away is the Ferry Building Marketplace, which is a foodie paradise. You can get everything from fresh oysters and gourmet cheese to artisanal coffee and ice cream. It's the perfect place to refuel after a day of intense scientific exploration. Or you can explore the city's famous Chinatown or Mission District for some of the best Chinese and Mexican food you'll ever have. A great vacation needs great food, and San Francisco delivers in a huge way. Ultimately, the Exploratorium is more than just a museum. It's an investment in your family's curiosity. It teaches kids and adults that it's okay to not know the answer, and that the fun is in the process of finding out. It encourages you to question everything, to experiment, and to see the world not as a set of facts to be memorized, but as a giant, fascinating puzzle to be solved. A trip here will leave your family feeling inspired, energized, and ready to take on their own crazy experiments. It's an absolute 10 out of 10 destination. Okay, if you want to see something truly epic, something that makes you feel like you've stepped into another world, you have to go to the Natural History Museum in London. First of all, the building itself looks like a giant, magical castle. It's this massive, ornate cathedral dedicated to nature, and the moment you walk into the main Hinsa Hall, your jaw will hit the floor. Hanging from the ceiling is Hope, a gigantic blue whale skeleton that's over 82 feet long. It's one of the most insane things I've ever seen. It makes you realize just how small we are and how incredible life on this planet is. This museum is a treasure chest of the natural world. We're talking about a collection of 80 million items. That's not a typo, 80 million. From microscopic insects to colossal dinosaur skeletons, they have it all. You could spend a lifetime here and not see everything. The dinosaur exhibit is legendary. You walk under the legs of these towering skeletons, and they have an animatronic T-Rex that roars and moves. And it is genuinely terrifying and awesome. Kids absolutely lose their minds here. It's the closest you can get to walking through Jurassic Park without, the risk of being eaten. But it's not just about the big stuff. The museum has galleries dedicated to every facet of the natural world. There's the Treasures Gallery, which is like a vault of the museum's most prized possessions, including a first edition of Darwin's On the Origin of Species and perfectly preserved dodo bones. They have a mineral gallery that looks like a pirate's treasure cave, with thousands of glittering gems and crystals, including ones that glow in the dark. It's a visual feast that makes geology seem like the coolest subject on Earth. And just like the Smithsonian, entry to the main museum is completely free. This is another ultimate vacation hack. You can have a world-class, mind-blowing experience in one of the most expensive cities in the world for zero cost. You can come back multiple times on your trip to explore different sections. The value is unbelievable. This place isn't just a rainy day activity, it's a primary destination. It's a place that inspires wonder and a deep appreciation for the planet in a way that few other places can. It's a must-see. Let's dive deeper into what makes this museum so special. It's not just a collection of old things, it's a living, breathing center for science. One of the coolest exhibits is the earthquake simulator. You step into a mock-up of a Japanese supermarket, the lights flicker, and then the whole room starts to shake violently, just like a real earthquake. It's an intense, visceral experience that gives you a powerful understanding of the forces that shape our planet. It's way more effective than just reading about tectonic plates in a textbook. You feel the power of the Earth firsthand. The museum is also brilliant at making science relevant to our lives today. They have an entire wing dedicated to human evolution, tracing our lineage back millions of years through incredible fossil discoveries. You can come face to face with a stunningly realistic model of a Neanderthal. Then you can go to the Earth Hall, which you enter by riding a giant escalator up through a massive metallic globe. This section explores volcanoes, earthquakes, and the forces that have shaped our world, with tons of interactive displays that let you create your own volcanic eruptions, and they have amazing temporary exhibitions that are always changing. These often require a paid ticket, but they are always worth it. They've had exhibitions on wildlife photography, the secret lives of venomous creatures, and incredible deep-sea monsters. It means that every time you visit, there's something new and exciting to see. It keeps the museum fresh and gives you a reason to come back again and again. It's like a subscription box for awesome science, but it's a giant, beautiful building you can walk through. Beyond the exhibits, the museum itself is a work of art. Take time to just look at the details in the building. The walls and columns are covered in intricate carvings of plants and animals, both living and extinct. The architect wanted the... Get ready, we're flying to Kyoto, Japan. This is a whole different level of epic. The first time you see the Golden Pavilion, you won't believe your eyes. Wander through the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. It's a sensory overload in the most peaceful way. Ride the super-fast Shinkansen bullet train. We're diving deep into the heart of traditional Japanese culture in Gion. Find your zen in one of Kyoto's world-famous rock gardens. Participate in a traditional tea ceremony. And let's not forget about the food. We're talking about Nishiki Market. We're climbing a mountain to hang out with hundreds of wild monkeys. The entire park is filled with over 1,000 tame deer that roam freely. Kyoto is the ultimate blend of ancient history, culture, and wild adventures. Get ready, we're going to Istanbul, Turkey. First, the Hagia Sophia. Right across is the Blue Mosque. Connecting it all is the Bosphorus. Next, the Grand Bazaar. Then the Spice Bazaar. And Topkapi Palace. Finally, the Basilica Cistern. Istanbul is a full-blown adventure across continents and through time. You have to go. All right, team. For our next ultimate family vacation, we are heading to one of the biggest, most vibrant, and most exciting cities in the world. Mexico City. Forget everything you think you know, because this place is on a whole other level. This city is a massive explosion of color, sound, and flavor. We're talking about a city with ancient Aztec ruins right in the middle of it, incredible museums, giant parks, and some of the best food you will ever eat in your entire life. This is a city with a soul, and we're going to dive right in. The energy here is insane. First stop, the heart of the city, the Zocalo. This is one of the largest city squares in the world, and it is absolutely massive. It's surrounded by incredible buildings, including the stunning Metropolitan Cathedral and the National Palace. We could host a challenge here to see who can run across the entire square the fastest. Inside the National Palace, you can see the unbelievable murals by the legendary artist Diego Rivera, which tell the entire history of Mexico in vibrant, epic detail. It's like a history lesson, but instead of a boring textbook, it's a giant, beautiful comic book covering the walls of a palace. Just a few steps from the Zocalo, you can find the ruins of the Templo Mayor, the main temple of the ancient Aztec city of Tenochtitlan. This is insane! They were digging to install electrical cables in the 1970s and accidentally discovered the ruins of a massive pyramid right in the center of the modern city. You can walk through the archaeological site and see the layers of history, and the museum next to it is filled with incredible artifacts they found. It's mind-blowing to think you're standing where an ancient civilization built its most sacred site. And let's talk about the vibe. Mexico City is just fun. The streets are alive with music, from mariachi bands to street performers. The buildings are painted in bright, beautiful colors, and the people are so warm and friendly. This is a city that celebrates life, and you can feel that energy everywhere you go. It's the perfect place for a family that wants to experience a culture that is rich, authentic, and full of passion. This isn't just a vacation, it's a fiesta for your senses. And we are just getting started. Okay, so you've seen the historic center. Now we're going to explore some of the coolest neighborhoods and parks. First up, we're heading to Coyoacan, a beautiful, bohemian neighborhood with cobblestone streets and colorful colonial houses. This is where you'll find the Frida Kahlo Museum, also known as the Casa Azul or Blue House. It was her actual home, and it's been preserved just as she left it. You can see her art, her clothes, her studio, and even her ashes. It's an incredibly personal and powerful look into the life of one of the world's most iconic artists. Next, we're going to the lung of the city, Chapultepec Park. This park is gigantic. It's twice the size of Central Park in New York. You could spend days here and not see everything. It has a zoo, a boating lake, botanical gardens, and several world-class museums. The best one for families is the National Museum of Anthropology. I know, museum can sound boring, but trust me, this place is epic. It has the most incredible collection of artifacts from Mexico's ancient civilizations, including the famous Aztec sunstone. It's like the real-life version of an Indiana Jones movie warehouse. But now for the main event, the ultimate challenge. We're taking a day trip just outside the city to the ancient city of Teotihuacan. This place will blow your mind. It's a massive archaeological site with two giant pyramids, the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. And you can actually climb them. We're having a race to the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. The first person to reach the summit wins $1,000. The views from the top are absolutely breathtaking. You can see the entire ancient city laid out before you. It's an unforgettable experience. After you've conquered the pyramids, you can explore the rest of the ancient city, walking down the Avenue of the Dead and imagining what life was like. Ditch the cities, we're heading to the Costa Rica rainforests. Wake up to howler monkeys outside your treehouse. Find the biggest waterfall and jump in. Next level, ziplining. We're flying over an active volcano at 50 miles per hour. After ziplining, rest in insane jungle lodges. Open-air walls immerse you in the jungle's sights and sounds. See sloths, monkeys, and toucans from your balcony. It's better than any zoo because the animals are wild. This Costa Rican adventure combines beauty, luxury, and unforgettable memories. All right, for our next ultimate family vacation, we are flying across the world to South Africa for the most epic challenge yet, a real-life African safari. Forget everything you've seen on TV, because we are about to experience it for real. We're talking about seeing lions, elephants, giraffes, and rhinos, not in a zoo, but roaming free in their natural habitat. This is the pinnacle of wildlife adventures, a trip so insane it will blow your mind. We're going deep into the African bush, where the only traffic jams are caused by a herd of buffalo crossing the road. This is as real as it gets. We rented 3 entire safari jeeps and filled them with subscribers for the ultimate endurance challenge. The last family to leave the jeep wins $50,000. The rules are simple. You have to stay in the vehicle from sunrise to sunset, venturing into the heart of Kruger National Park, one of the biggest and most famous game reserves on the planet. This isn't just about spotting animals. It's about patience, endurance, and having your mind blown every 5 minutes. Imagine sitting just a few feet away from a pride of lions taking a nap in the shade, so close you can hear them breathing. It's an adrenaline rush like no other. The scale of this place is just impossible to understand until you're here. It's millions of acres of wild, untamed land. Every single drive is a new adventure, because you literally have no idea what you're going to see around the next corner. One minute you're watching a gentle giraffe munching on leaves from a tall acacia tree, and the next you're witnessing the raw power of a herd of elephants protecting their young. Our guide was a legend. He could track animals from a single footprint and knew all the secret spots to find the most elusive creatures, like the leopard. This is more than just a vacation. It's a life-changing lesson in the raw beauty and power of nature. It's an experience that will humble you and fill you with awe. For families, it's the ultimate educational trip, bringing biology textbooks to life in the most spectacular way possible. The kids on our challenge were absolutely mesmerized, their faces pressed against the windows, completely forgetting about their iPads and video games. This is the real world, and it's more exciting than any virtual one you could ever imagine. After an intense day of tracking animals in a jeep, you might think you'd be staying in a flimsy tent, but you would be wrong. So wrong. We are in South Africa, and we are doing this in style. We found the most insane, luxurious safari lodges you have ever seen. These places are like 5-star hotels dropped into the middle of the wilderness. We're talking private villas with their own plunge pools, outdoor showers with panoramic views of the savannah, and gourmet meals served under the stars. This is the definition of glamping taken to a completely ridiculous extreme. We surprised one of the families from our Jeep challenge with a free night in one of these lodges, and their reaction was priceless. Their villa had a massive deck that overlooked a waterhole, and within minutes of arriving, a family of zebras came down for a drink. You don't even have to leave your room to be on safari. At night, you can sit by a roaring fire pit, listening to the distant roar of a lion or the laugh of a hyena. It's both incredibly thrilling and unbelievably peaceful at the same time. It's an experience that makes you feel completely connected to the African bush. The level of detail in these lodges is just crazy. They think of everything. You get your own personal guide and tracker who take you on private game drives whenever you want. They'll pack you a picnic with champagne to enjoy while you watch the sunset over the savannah. The food is out of this world, combining local flavors with fine dining. It's the kind of luxury that seems impossible to have in such a remote and wild location, but they make it happen. It completely redefines what a safari experience can be, blending wild adventure with ultimate comfort. This is the perfect setup for a family that wants to experience the thrill of the wild without sacrificing comfort and safety. The lodges are designed to be family-friendly, with special programs for kids and swimming pools to cool off in during the heat of the day. It's the best of both worlds. You get the heart-pounding excitement of seeing the Big Five up close, and then you get to return to a sanctuary of pure luxury. It's an unforgettable way to experience the magic of Africa, and it's worth every single penny. Okay, so the ultimate goal of any safari is to see the Big Five: the lion, leopard, rhinoceros, elephant, and Cape buffalo. These are the 5 most difficult and dangerous animals to hunt on foot, and spotting all of them on a single trip is the grand prize of the safari world. So, of course, we had to turn it into a massive challenge. We gave 3 families 48 hours and their own private guide. The first family to successfully find and photograph all 5 animals would win an all-expenses-paid trip to any destination in the world. The race was on. The tension was insane. The elephant and buffalo were relatively easy to find. They travel in huge herds and are all over the park. But the others were a massive challenge. The rhino is critically endangered and incredibly rare. The lion, while powerful, can be surprisingly good at hiding during the day. And the leopard is the ghost of the bush, a master of camouflage and almost impossible to spot. Our teams were driving for hours, their eyes scanning every tree and rock, the excitement building with every potential sighting. It was a total roller coaster of emotions. One team would get a lead, spotting a lioness with her cubs, only for another team to radio in that they'd found a black rhino. The guides were in constant communication, sharing tips and recent sightings, turning the entire reserve into a giant, real-life scavenger hunt. The families were completely invested, learning to identify tracks, listening for alarm calls from birds and monkeys, and becoming expert wildlife spotters. This wasn't just a passive experience. They were active participants in the search, and the stakes were incredibly high. In the final hours of the challenge, 2 teams were tied with 4 of the Big Five, both desperately searching for the elusive leopard. It all came down to the wire. Just as the sun was setting on the final day, one of our guides spotted it, a flick of a tail in a sausage tree, a magnificent leopard lounging on a branch. The winning family erupted in cheers, their faces a mixture of disbelief and pure joy. They had done it. They had conquered the Big Five challenge, an achievement that some people spend a lifetime trying to accomplish, and they did it in just 48 hours. What an absolutely legendary end to an epic safari adventure. Welcome to Banff National Park. It's an epic quest where you become part of nature. We challenged our family to a sightseeing competition at Lake Louise. Renting canoes felt like floating in a dream. Every turn reveals a bigger mountain. Next, we took the Banff Gondola, an elevator to the clouds. The 360-degree view will blow your mind. The Sulphur Mountain Boardwalk offers an adrenaline rush like no other. Banff is a real-life Disney movie crawling with amazing animals. Drive slowly along the parkways and keep your eyes peeled for elk and more. This Canadian safari is the perfect family activity. We're flying to Australia to explore the Great Barrier Reef. We'll dive in and see who can find the craziest, most colorful fish. It's an explosion of color and life everywhere you look. Giving your family the chance to experience the Great Barrier Reef is one of the greatest gifts. You get the same incredible views of the coral and fish without even getting wet. They had a semi-submersible submarine. A guide takes you on a tour through the coral canyons. You can snorkel right off the beach in calm, shallow waters and relax on a beautiful tropical island. The kids learn that this beautiful world they're exploring is fragile and needs our protection. This is without a doubt one of the most epic family vacation destinations on the planet. And that's a wrap. From the insane mountains of Banff to the underwater universe of the Great Barrier Reef, we have covered some of the most epic family vacation spots on the entire planet. We've shown you how you can have the adventure of a lifetime with your family, creating memories that are absolutely priceless. These aren't just trips, they are challenges, they are educational journeys, and they are the moments you will all talk about for years and years to come. I hope this guide has inspired you to go out there and explore this crazy, beautiful world with the people you love most. But now, I want to hear from you. We've given you our top picks, but the world is a massive place. What is the single greatest family vacation spot you've ever been to? Where did your family have the most fun, the biggest adventure, or the most mind-blowing experience? Go down to the comments right now and tell us your ultimate family destination. I'm going to be reading every single comment because I'm always looking for new, crazy places to go. Your recommendation might just be the inspiration for our next video, so don't hold back. And if you want more insane travel guides, crazy challenges, and tips on how to have the most epic adventures possible, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We have so many more incredible destinations and wild ideas planned, and you are not going to want to miss what's coming next. We're on a mission to explore every amazing corner of this planet.
Welcome back, adventurers. If you're dreaming of solo travel, you're in the right place. Today, we're exploring the world's best destinations for solo travelers. Places where you'll feel safe, inspired, and right at home. We'll cover cities with welcoming vibes, unforgettable experiences, and options for every budget. This isn't just about travel. It's about discovering your own strength and curiosity. Imagine yourself wandering new streets, making friends, and collecting stories you'll cherish forever. Traveling alone is empowering, transformative, and truly life-changing. Ready to find your next adventure? Let's dive in. First, Kyoto, Japan, a city synonymous with peace and safety. Wander through lantern-lit Gion or explore the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. Find serenity in Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion's gardens. Kyoto's calm and polite locals create a haven for solo reflection. Slow down, breathe, and reconnect. Every corner invites introspection. It's a place to simply be. Next, Lisbon, Portugal, a city bursting with color and music. Friendly hostels and lively markets make meeting people effortless. Get lost in Alfama's alleys or hop on Tram 28. Savor pastéis de nata, soak up the sun. Here, solo never means lonely. Lisbon is where friendships are made. For thrill seekers, Queenstown, New Zealand is the ultimate playground. Bungee jump, skydive, or jet boat. Adventure is everywhere. The landscape dares you to push your limits. Queenstown's backpacker community is welcoming and tight-knit. It's easy to join hikes or adventures with new friends. Here, solo travelers quickly become part of a tribe. Every day is a new challenge. Queenstown is where you find your courage. Reykjavik, Iceland, is your gateway to nature's wonders. Drive the Golden Circle, chase waterfalls, and marvel at geysers. Stand on black sand beaches, hike glaciers, and watch the northern lights. Iceland is safe and easy to navigate. It's perfect for solo exploration. The connection to nature here is profound. Every moment feels personal. In Iceland, you're both small and infinite. A solo traveler's dream. Chiang Mai, Thailand is a haven for budget-conscious explorers. Dive into Thai culture. Take cooking classes, visit golden temples, and wander vibrant night markets. The food is incredible and the cost is low. Meet fellow travelers in co-working spaces or on group treks. Join ethical elephant sanctuaries or explore the hills. Chiang Mai offers rich experiences and a supportive community. Here your money and your journey go further. Vancouver, Canada blends urban energy with wild beauty. Hike mountains, explore galleries, bike Stanley Park, or kayak False Creek. The city's diversity shines in its food and culture. Safe and clean, Vancouver welcomes solo adventurers. Find solitude, connection in the city. It's a mix of adventure and sophistication. Vancouver is the best of both worlds. Melbourne, Australia is a creative playground for solo travelers. Discover street art, hidden cafes, and live music. Trams make exploring easy. Each district has its own vibe, from Fitzroy to St. Kilda. Catch a band or chat over coffee. Melbourne welcomes everyone. Be yourself. It's made for solo discovery. Prague, Czech Republic is a storybook come to life. Wander Gothic cathedrals, cross the Charles Bridge at sunrise, and lose yourself in cobblestone streets. The city is compact and walkable. Enjoy hearty meals and world-class beer for a fraction of the price. Splurge on a concert or day trip. Your money goes far. Lively nightlife make meeting others easy. Prague is history, beauty, and adventure in one. Cape Town, South Africa is a feast for the senses. Hike Table Mountain, drive Chapman's Peak, or see penguins at Boulder's Beach. Group tours make exploring safe and social. Join hikes, wine tours, or trips to the Cape of Good Hope. The scenery is dramatic. Every day brings new adventures and new friends. Cape Town is Africa's wild beauty. It's unforgettable. Cusco, Peru is the heart of Incan history and adventure. Explore ancient streets and vibrant markets. Use Cusco as your base for epic treks to Machu Picchu. Join group hikes and bond with fellow travelers. Cozy cafes and friendly hostels make solo travel easy. The city buzzes with energy and possibility. Here, personal journeys and shared adventures intertwine. Cusco is where history and adventure meet. Dubrovnik, Croatia is a coastal gem. Wander its marble streets and explore hidden alleys. Soak in the Baroque beauty. Get lost within the city walls or take a ferry to nearby islands. Swim in crystal-clear coves and watch sunsets from ancient ramparts. Dubrovnik is perfect for history lovers and sea seekers. The city blends relaxation and adventure. With stunning views, every day feels magical. It's a solo traveler's paradise. Bali, Indonesia is a sanctuary for wellness and community. In Ubud, find yoga studios, meditation centers, and lush rice paddies. Connect with travelers. Surf in Canggu or join a retreat. Bali's spirit is open, warm, and inspiring. It's more than a destination, it's a lifestyle. Nourish your body, mind, and soul here. Endless destinations, endless possibilities. Solo travel is your invitation to grow, explore, and connect. The world is kinder than you think. Trust yourself, embrace the unknown, and collect moments. Book the ticket, pack your bag, and write your story. You have everything you need. Share your dream destination in the comments. Thanks for watching. Your adventure starts now.
And we want you to come along for the ride. Subscribing is the best way to join the adventure and support the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Seriously, we wouldn't be able to go on these crazy adventures without your support, and it means the world to us. We hope you have an amazing time planning your next family trip. Be safe, have fun, and make some unforgettable memories. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel tips.